today, Arnie and Dominic Guieb. Arnie works at the Railtown Cafe in Gastown.
Yeah.
Dom is at the Laughing Bean Cafe, Spokane and Hastings, and they are getting ready for the Restaurant Rumble. What exactly is that?
So it's going on for 5 years now. It's held by Aprons for Gloves and Eastside Boxing Club. It's basically a fundraising event, charity event for at-risk youth and women, and then so we raise money and raise awareness for that, and we do that by getting people in the restaurant industry to don on some boxing gloves and go on a 3-month training and fight each other at the end of it. it's not as cruel as one might think. It's a really great sport.
Now, do you guys have boxing backgrounds?
I've been boxing for 6 years.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, he's been boxing more than me. I kind of got into it because he needed a sparring partner.
There you go. You needed someone to punch.
Well, you can't. You don't punch a bag for so long.
What did you find the toughest part of the boxing training regimen? Because I know it's not easy to get started off.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just kind of lifting weights. It's a lot of cardio. It's a lot of getting used to getting hit in the face as well. And trying to go. Yeah, because you can train as much as you want, but as soon as you get in there and you get hit, it's a different way of thinking. You know, like all your defense mechanisms kick in, and sometimes if you're not composed enough, then you're not just
flailing away.
Exactly.
You guys have a pop-up at the Birds and the Beats tonight in Gastown, which is a fundraiser for both of you. You're sort of pulling on your Filipino heritage, and you're making what for us here today?
So this is tapa and on a pandesal slider. Usually in the Philippines, you get pandesal in the morning for breakfast, and the tapa is usually served with garlic fried rice. But we kind of want to mash it up together and have like little bite-sized appetizers that are easy to eat.
Okay, so go ahead. You've got the oil heating up here.
Yeah, so I have some of the tapa that we cured. It's a flank steak. We cured it in coconut milk, calamansi juice, some soy sauce.
Mm-hmm. And how long do you cure it for?
This is typically it takes about. Let me turn this down a little bit. Typically it takes about overnight or a couple days. I mean, the longer it stays in the marinade, the better. And then we kind of dry it a little bit, just to kind of get that really beefy taste. Ooh, it's getting a little bit.
And you're going to be making what for us on this side here?
We will be making the calamansi cocktail.
Okay.
Calamansi is like a Filipino lime.
Oh, okay. Is that the small one?
That's the tiny one. Like this is a lime. Tiny lime.
I was going to say.
Miniaturized. Yeah. Yeah.
When it comes to the boxing ring, you were saying that you've just been the sparring partner. What's it like when you get punched in the face? Like you were talking about. It just changes your whole mentality about the sport.
You get used to it. Step in the ring first time, and you get hurt. Of course, like you want to fight back. But the more you kind of think about it and train and get punched more, the more you're thinking, like, how am I going to get him back by just not opening myself up? So
It's all strategy.
Yeah, and it's a lot of just trying to compose yourself because you can't get too emotional in there.
How many days do you train then for this?
2 to 3 days a week.
Do you know your opponent?
Not yet. We're actually having a sparring event this Saturday.
Dom, why don't you go ahead and show us?
Yeah, let's get going with this one.
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna have a little bit of mint. 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. A little bit of ginger. Throw it in there.
So is this an actual recipe or
This is an
something
actual
you created?
recipe. Yeah.
Okay.
My brother actually just made it.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of showed up. Hey, I've got some things for you. A little bit of calamansi syrup. There. 2 of them.
And you can. I've never seen that.
No, you just made it. Like, you get the juice. You steep it in
some just grated ginger.
Grated ginger.
Okay.
Sugar.
Ginger powder.
Oh yeah. A little bit of lemon in there. Squeeze it right in. Ooh. All right. A little bit of lime. Squeeze it out right in. Basically, you're just squeezing things in now. Oh wait.
Is this something you guys serve at?
We will serve it.
Well, okay.
We'll serve it tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But it's
So-
not on the menu.
How much money do you have to raise to be a part of this?
Well, per head, it's 2,000 per spider. So for the both of us, we're gonna have to raise $4,000 this year. So
Yeah, I mean, the more you team up, the easier it kind of gets because you have more bodies to designate. Oh, you're doing the cooking, you're doing the bartending. You know.
Right.
It's easier to fundraise when people get something back. I think, and food is the best way. Like what I'm in the restaurant industry, he's in the restaurant industry. It just makes sense.
Right.
How easy was it to convince family and friends, hey, I need some money to fight?
Well, if you promise them that you'll get hurt.
Because obviously
they want it. That's the thing we have to see.
Will there be blood? I'll give you an extra $50.
So how many boxers are involved in this?
They have a really good sign up this year. I think there was 120 new sign-ups.
That's great.
But that gets weeded out as the months go along.
Right.
You know, just the training
You have to
regimen
raise
or
money.
the rate.
Right.
Yeah, you have milestones to raise. And so far we're doing pretty well. I think
Good.
we're on our way to.
Very good. So your pop-up is tonight a fundraiser, but when is the actual restaurant rumble?
Restaurant Rumble is on July 28th. 27th. Oh, shit.
I'm not sure.
Check my schedule. Check my schedule.
Show up a day late. What's the flight?
I'm telling everybody 28th.
Okay, so go ahead and assemble your slider
So
here.
this is the pan de sal. You can get it from any Asian supermarket or Filipino store. I'm just putting some
And
garlic.
that's the kind of bun it is?
Yes, it's typically a little bigger. This is homemade. I made it this morning. So this is just some garlic mayo I'm putting on here.
Looks great.
I think I'll try the cocktail.
The coffee. All right.
Look at those fancy ice cubes.
I know, I was just going to say.
Oh.
Oh, that's good. Oh. So a little bit of the tapas, well, ice cube. That's what we want. All right.
And then we're gonna get a little. This is called a chara. It's typically served as an appetizer in Filipino with fried foods. Usually, it's grated green papaya and carrot.
Pickled or anything?
Pickled.
Is it pickled?
Yes, it is pickled for 4 days now. Usually, it just stays in the fridge and it gets more and more flavorful as it marinates. And just a little bit of watercress on there.
Nice. So how many of these sliders do you figure you're going to be making tonight? How many people are you expecting?
We are expecting about 50 people to show up, and they're going to have 2 sliders each.
Very good.
And there's one for you, Lynn.
Very nice. Thank you so much.
Cocktail early in the morning.
Yes. Cheers, Chanel.
Cheers, as always.
Oh yeah.
Whew. That's really nice. If you're interested in supporting these boys or any of the other boxers that are involved in Aprons for Gloves in the Restaurant Rumble, you can go to the website, apronsforgloves.com, or to help Dom and Arnie with their goals, check them out on fundraiser with a Z.com, or you can follow Arnie on Twitter as well. Guieb-Ing, all you got, boys.
It all you got.
Give it, all you got. All right, thank you so much, yes.
I'll take it back.
Best of luck. Our recipes, as always, available on our website, globalnews.ca/PC. Just put recipes into the search engine, and that's where you will find everything. Quick break for us right now. We're going to learn more about our small town of Fruitvale when we come back.